They found her office lights still on, her laptop open, calendar full of meetings she never showed up for, and a cup of untouched coffee still warm. For a woman who ran 5 businesses, mentored a dozen women, hosted 3 virtual events a week, and still managed to show up looking like $1 million, nobody imagined she would end this way. But maybe, just maybe, her body had been showing warning signs all along. This is the story of Maronke, the woman who also like time was her enemy, until time answered right back. Maronke was the woman everyone wanted to be: elegant, powerful, sharp tongued, bold, and never late. She was 56, but you wouldn't know it from the way she moved. Every morning at 4:30 a.m., her alarm went off, not for prayer, not for stretching, but to answer emails and update her forest tracker before sunrise. By 6 a.m., she was on a treadmill with her Bluetooth headset hosting a team call. 7:30 a.m., our 2 grandkids, Jim and Tolu, would knock on her door to say goodbye before school. She had kissed them on the forehead, but she never really looked up. Her assistant, Aloma, always knew the first rule: don't cancel a meeting, even if the sky is falling. Maruke had stakes in 9 businesses: a logistics company, 2 fashion outlets, a wellness tea brand, a school she was planning to franchise, plus 3 Airbnbs, a bakery she never visited, and an app development startup in Kenya. She also ran a women empowerment podcast called Buzz Up with Maronke. Her face was everywhere: TV, TikTok, billboards. She had built an empire from nothing after losing her husband at 35. Back then, she vowed never to beg a man or anyone for help again. After 2 decades, she kept that vow. But there was one thing Maronke never made time for: rest. Not naps, not slow mornings, not even a full night's sleep. Even her doctor once joked, if sleep were a business, maybe you'd invest in it. To which she replied, only if it gives 20% return on investment in 6 months. She laughed. Then everyone laughed. But her body, it wasn't laughing. Her body wasn't laughing at all. It started subtly. She forgot her security code at the office. She had paused mid speech like someone pressed pause on her brain. She missed her granddaughter's school recital because she mixed up the days. At a women's conference in Accra, she passed out backstage, blamed it on the heat, took 2 energy shots, and still gave a keynote speech that people said was off. That night in her hotel room, her fingers trembled. Her reflection in the mirror looked tired, but she smeared on lipstick as always. Boss women don't look weak. One evening, her son Ayola visited. He hadn't seen her in 3 months. She was on her third Zoom call. He said, Mom, you don't even know the kids are on meeting. She said, I'll plan something next month. Ayola replied, Mom, you said that last month. She sighed. There's a season for sacrifice, Ayola. They will understand one day. But one day was running out. A week before our annual Boss Women Summit, she started hearing things, whispers in the quiet, someone calling her name softly from behind. But when she turned, she finds no one. She laughed it off, took more supplements, drank her energy drink, a brand made just for the rich. At the summit, she delivered her most powerful speech. Women cried. Mentions flooded social media. She looked invincible. But her driver Samuel noticed. He said, "Madam, you've not blinked for a while now." She blinked twice. Slowly. "Do you hear that hum?" she asked. Samuel replied, "Which hum?" That night she dreamt of her late husband. He was sitting in her old living room. He said, "You're overdrawn, Maronke. Your body can't cover the cost anymore." She woke up sweating, laid down for just 5 minutes. She never heard her 5 o'clock alarm. When her assistant arrived that morning, the office light was still on, but the air was cold. Maronke was slumped over her desk, still holding her phone. Autopsy later revealed it wasn't just exhaustion. Her brain had silently begun deteriorating from sleep deprivation induced microstrokes. For months, her organs had been compensating. Her body had sounded silent alarms, but she never picked it. There was no warning, no grand finale, no deathbed moment with her children, just silence. The businesses struggled. The bakery shut down. The Airbnb guests found the listings offline. Her podcast listeners waited for the next episode that never came. Her son Ayola cried in a TV interview. He said, "My mom was a legend, but I wish she just took a nap." Tolu, her granddaughter, asked, "Is grandma in heaven? Did they give her time to rest now?" Doni, her assistant, quit corporate life and now runs a retreat center for women who also. She calls it the Maronke Reset. Maronke believed in building an empire, but no empire is worth the cost of your health. She planned for her future, but she didn't give her body a future to arrive in. Sleep is not weakness. Rest is not laziness. You can't withdraw forever without depositing peace back into your body. So if you're watching this today, you can still pause. You can still step back. You can still choose life before your body makes the choice for you. She conquered the world, but lost the one kingdom that mattered most, her health. If this story moved you, share with someone who needs the reminder. To every senior out there, every woman still pushing past her limits, your life is precious and rest is not optional. It's survival.